No mai, haere mai. Welcome to 3 News. A grandfather has told how he saved the lives of his wife and grandchildren in Mokau, Northland, as floodwaters threatened to wash away their homes. Civil Defence was still trying to reach 50 people at a nearby campsite this afternoon after the weekend's flooding cut off communities. And more storms are coming and they could be just as bad. Adam Hollingworth is there.
It's the storm many Northlanders say was worse than Cyclone Gabrielle. This is Aotearoa Community Hall, recently refurbished, now completely inundated with mud, a shell with a big hole in one of the walls. It stood for 75 years, now it's ruined.
And all of a sudden the hill behind it has slipped and it's come through and knocked it down, which is particularly tragic for the community because they've just done it up 18 months ago. So yeah, it's a real kick in the guts for those people out there.
Fortunately though, there's been no loss of life, but there have been some close run things. Patterson Wetere woke up in his cabin in Mokau to find it twisting on itself as water threatened to sweep it away. He knew it was a matter of life and death and he had to save his wife and granddaughter.
And jumped into the water, which is that high. I waded towards the cabin. I opened the cabin, I tried to yell out to her to wake up, but the rain was quite hard. So I jumped in, I grabbed baby, and at the same time I grabbed her hand, her right hand, and pulled her up, and then let her go, and then took off with baby.
He took the baby and put her in the truck, but the water was rising. Somehow he got the vehicle started and drove it over a stump along the flooded roadway to safety. Then he ran back to his grandson Dayton, who was calming Patterson's wife. She had got hooked on a barbed wire fence as the waters rose.
And ripped, and then, yeah, pull her, boy, please. And that's all she was saying, don't let me go, don't let me go. And I went, never, never, I'll never let you go. And we both got her around the post. As we went to, I told Dayton to put link arms like a chain, and that's how we're going to walk her up on the top, because she had lost her strength and all the water hitting her, and because she was holding on for dear life. Had she have let go, she would have fell over and we wouldn't have been able to find her in the brown floodwater.
The marae was over the road. At first, nobody believed Patterson's story. They were annoyed he'd woken them up.
You've saved your own life and you saved 3 other lives.
It was my duty, you know, like it's a thing that you never expect will happen to you until it does. And when fear kicks in, or anxiety, it just overtakes you, you know, it just makes you do things that you would never do otherwise. This is my life. These 3 people here were my life. So if they were going to go, I was going to go with them.
Patterson says they're lucky to be alive, and instead of sheltering at the marae without possessions, they could easily have been laid up there in coffins.
I chose life first over material. She wanted to grab her cell phone, her material stuff. I told her to wake up. We haven't got time to grab personal things. We're fighting for our life. We have to go now, otherwise we're not going to go. The cabin started to tilt.
One bridge was destroyed at Aotearoa, and there have been 47 slips. 3 power poles went down. At one point, 300 people plus were being looked after in the marae. This afternoon, there were 50 people authorities couldn't yet reach, but no sooner has the recovery started to kick in than there is warning of worse to come.
We don't want to alarm people, do we? But there's no harm in being prepared. And so, yes, have your essentials, know where they are, have your contact details of your neighbours and your friends and family, and work out, if the worst does happen, what you're going to do and how you're going to stay safe.
Civil Defence has set up a command centre. The current crisis is being dealt with, but they say they're ready when the next storm hits.
And Adam, what's happened to those 50 people that Civil Defence was trying to reach this afternoon?
Yes, Sam, I can confirm that those 50 people who had been at Puriri Bay and were evacuated out are on their way to their next destination. I'm here at Mokau Marae, about 50 metres from where Patterson had his adventure, and it's quite quiet here, but a couple of nights ago there were 100-odd people. There's just a handful here now, but they are ready to swing into action should these next storms hit, they're ready to accept any people from the local area. Those two campsites here in the area, the Pururi Bay one and the Bland Bay one, they have closed for the next few days, but there are still plenty of holiday makers here and plenty of local residents. They've been told to stand by. Stand by for further slips, stand by for loss of electricity, stand by for more flooding. And if it does happen, to come to this marae or other marae in this local area of Northland. It ain't over yet.
Adam, thanks so much for the update.